I test a lot of different skincare and makeup products, and while I do like some and I have some of my favorites that I do share very often, I don't often share the ones that I think are terrible. So today I have this big old basket and I'm going to quickly try to go through these and share with you why I think these are probably some of the worst products I've ever tried. Now keep in mind, this is just my opinion and how these products performed for my skin. So just because I'm saying that I think this product is absolutely terrible, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be terrible for you. So maybe some of the things that I'm about to share are products that you absolutely love, and that's okay. We're allowed to have a difference in opinion because remember, we all have different skin. So perhaps what works for me won't work for you and vice versa. So let's just pull up our sleeves and jump on in. The very first product is this one from Olay. I love a good eye product. This is their Super Eyes Daily Eye Serum. I have tried this. I've used over half of the bottle. That's how many times I've tried this. Every single time I try it, it dries out my under eyes. All right, I have people ask me about this all the time, and I figured I would just share it in a video. This is by the brand Reviv Serums, their ultimate serum. It's supposed to be a dupe or an alternative, a more affordable alternative to the SkinMedica TNS. I've used SkinMedica TNS now for what, 6, 7, 8 years, and it is an all-time favorite holy grail. Out of every growth factor serum I've tried, I always go back to that one because I love it the best. There are a ton of different growth factor serums on the market, but for me, for my skin, SkinMedica, while it is pricey, I think I still have a discount code that might work. I'm not sure. If I do, I'll link it down below. But if you love SkinMedica TNS like I do, you just know if it works for you, it works for you. But this is one that was more affordable. I'm always trying to find ways to save you guys money. And in fact, I have a ton of dupe videos of products that I do think are very similar, if not better than the expensive one. So I don't only love expensive products. In fact, most of my skincare is not that pricey. But for me, I didn't like this. I felt like it dried out my skin. I didn't notice any, I didn't feel like it was anti-aging the way my SkinMedica TNS works. In fact, when I stopped using TNS and was using this, I just felt like my skin just looked kind of blah. But for me, when I went back to my SkinMedica TNS, I noticed that my skin felt firmer, more lifted again. And with this, it just was a major fail for me. Yes, it's a lot more affordable, like half the price, but I just didn't like it. One other product from this brand that I think is terrible, probably one of the worst products in here. This is their Lip Renewal Serum System. I'm all for saving money on packaging, but I think the packaging for these is just so cheap and terrible. It leaks out everywhere. In fact, these are all slimy and greasy. I could only use this like 5 times. That's how much I hate the word hated. I despise. I despise these very, 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 very much. They're supposed to gently like exfoliate, plump, treat. It's made my lips feel irritated when I use these, and I did not see any plumping at all. They just dried out my lips, and I just think they're terrible. All right, if you've watched my channel long enough, you will know I love this brand, Kerastase. I have a few of their different lines of hair products. It's a pricier hairline, but I think it's so worth it, only when you get it on sale. I only buy it when I have like 20% off, but this I purchased with one of my recent orders. This is their dry shampoo, and while it smells really, really nice, it does nothing for my hair. I took it on a cruise and I thought, oh, I'll just use this. And I ended up having to wash my hair more than I wanted to. I usually wash like, I don't know, every 2 or 3 days. But for me, it was like, you might as well just wash your hair because this does absolutely nothing and it's expensive. This is by the brand Pacifica. This is a drugstore brand. I love many, many things from this brand. And I thought this would be really neat. This is their Mood Glow Color Shifting Blush Balm. The worst blush I've ever used in my entire life. It just is like grease. Now I'm all about that glowy, pretty, healthy sheen to the skin. It doesn't tint my skin the way it's supposed to. I guess maybe if you're super pale and you never wear makeup, maybe you would like this, but I just think it looks greasy and it never dries down. It's just, it was terrible. But as far as blushes, if you like a liquid or a cream blush, this is one of my favorites by the brand Ciel. This is the shade, is this Giselle? Yeah, this one's Giselle. I have almost every single shade of their blushes, but this is a very pigmented, beautiful cream blush, but it also is an all mineral SPF 50. So for me, if I'm gonna use a cream product, a cream makeup product on my skin, if I can use one that's high quality with sunscreen in it to add that extra protection, that's what I'm gonna go for. This is a highlighter from L'Oreal. Actually, I have all of them. I bought all of these. I was so excited when I saw some of the gals on Instagram reviewing these. I think I have 4, maybe 5 of them. You guys, I think these are terrible. I thought they would be a dupe for my Merit highlighter. They look pasty, they settle into my pores, they just don't blend nicely. This one doesn't show up at all on my skin. And then the kitchen lights are probably a little too bright. And then this one is supposed to be the dewy one, but it almost just feels like glue. It's really sticky. And I think that these are a terrible product. Now some highlighters that I do love. These are, of course, a little more pricey than these, but this is the new highlighter launch from the brand CL Cosmetics, but this is an all mineral SPF 50 highlighter. So I like products that are actually gonna do something for my skin, skincare and makeup included. And these are just absolutely stunning if you're looking for a really beautiful natural highlight. Actually, that's what I have on my skin today. This is another product that I just think is so dumb and it has great reviews. So, but I bought this not by itself. I got this in like a huge beauty kit around Christmas time. But it's called Shinery Radiance Wash. It's basically a hand wash, but it's supposed to clean your jewelry at the same time. But it doesn't make my jewelry any more sparkly than a regular hand soap. So for me, it's just a silly product. This is the newer vitamin C serum from Cetaphil. I used pretty much all of it, but I didn't notice any difference with it. It was nice and hydrating, but the vitamin C that's in here, it's not like a strong concentration like the vitamin C that I normally use. This is the one that I always use by the brand Medic 8, not their C Tetra Luxe, but their Super C Ferulic. To me, best vitamin C serum I've ever used. Doesn't break me out. It helps fade the look of any dark spots, hyperpigmentation, and it just gives my skin such a beautiful glow. But I'm always trying new products that come out on the market, and I just think, you know, this vitamin C serum, it did nothing. All right, this is a product that was sent to me for free to test out. Just because a brand sends me a product, it doesn't mean I'm gonna give it a great review. But this is by the brand One Skin. This is their eye cream. I just didn't see like these remarkable results that I notice other people sharing online. For me, I don't think it's worth the high price tag compared to many of my other eye creams. Oh, and by the way, speaking of things that were sent to me, isn't this necklace pretty and these little earrings? This is from FabFitFun box. Now, I used to subscribe to it many years ago, but they just started sending it to me to test out. I will pop up here if you're interested in purchasing it. I do have a discount code for it, but you can choose all of the little items that you want to try out, and it's a really nice value. You get a ton of different products, but I thought that this necklace and these earrings were really pretty, and it was just such a great value to get a bunch of different things in one box. So I'll make sure I link it down below how you can take advantage of getting a bunch of different items: makeup, skincare, jewelry, housewares, all different sorts of things that you can choose from. All right, this is another product that was sent to me. I was gonna purchase it. I purchased their concealer, and I don't care for that either, but I purchased their concealer, and then they reached out and asked if I wanted to try any of their products. So this is their eye cream. I absolutely love this little packaging. It's kind of like a lighter. That's what it seems like. But I thought this would be really nice because it's got like this light peachy tint. You probably can't see because these kitchen lights are pretty bright. But it's just a light peachy tint and an eye cream. The problem is once it dries down, it kind of makes my under eyes feel dried out. I don't enjoy the way it feels on my under eyes. But I do think it's also pricey. So for me, for an eye cream, you know, you could really just use your face moisturizer underneath your eyes. Vanna cream is one of my favorites you can pick up at the drugstore. The packaging, fabulous, but the product itself, it just didn't do anything for me. All right, something else I purchased that I fell for the hype on Instagram, these noteworthy fragrances. I bought the kit of like all of the samples so you could decide which one you would love. I think I bought like, I don't know, 10 of them. You guys, I think these smell cheap. I hate to say it. I'm not a bougie person at all. I'm not into high-end clothing or anything like that. I mean, I just got this sweater at TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Some things I do purchase are pricey. My favorite perfume of all time is by Chanel, the Eau Fraiche, the green one, and then I also like the pink one. But I'm always looking for another fragrance that's kind of like a dupe for it or something similar. But I see so many people hyping these up on social media, and perhaps they do love them. They smell like air freshener to me. They have a nice scent, but for me, for my skin, my pH, they just end up smelling like Glade or something like that on my skin. So, all right, I've already shared this in another video, but in case you have not seen that other video, this is really hyped up on social media. This is by the brand Go Pure Beauty. This is their neck cream. And I'm not saying that the people that review this are being dishonest. However, it is extremely obvious that many of the people that are sharing this on Instagram, I'm not sure who they are. I've never, seen any videos or anything, so I don't know if they're actors or whatever. But some of the people, many of the people I've seen on Instagram, it is so overly obvious that they're using a filter in the after. People will show like, a wrinkly neck, and then the after, their neck looks like a newborn. So of course I'm like, well, I gotta try it and see if it really does that. It actually dries out my neck skin. It just makes it look older. Some people I know that watch my channel have said that it did work well for them, but the majority of the people that fell for the hype like I did were like, no, it was terrible, they hated it. My favorite, all-time favorite neck cream, and I test a lot, even some that are super expensive. My favorite neck cream is the one from Dermalect. I'll pop it up here. Not the one in the tube, which is more expensive. I like the one in the jar, even though I would prefer it being in a different type of packaging, but that's okay because it works so well. Not only is it hydrating, it is slightly exfoliating, and it's super moisturizing, and it just makes the crepiness on my neck disappear. When I stop using it and test other products like this, oh my gosh, my neck looks terrible. And then every time I go back to it, I'm like, oh, why did I stop using it? It's so good. This product actually gave me so many little weird pimples. I saw this guy on Instagram, and he has like, oh, beautiful skin. I mean, he's young enough to be probably my grandson. So, I mean, hello, no wonder he had gorgeous skin. But he was showing the before and after using this by Kate Somerville, their Mega C. It is a 30% vitamin C brightening. It's like a mask, but this has the form of vitamin C that breaks me out, the 𝙈𝙀𝙉𝙀 acid. And I tried it a few different times, and every time it broke me out in like these little type of pimples. It just is too potent for me. So I never got a chance to see if it did for my skin what it did for his with all the beautiful brightening and glow, because my skin absolutely hated this. So if you are sensitive to the pure form of vitamin C, you might want to steer clear of this product. All right, Olay came out with their cleansing balm. I thought this was terrible. I only was able to use this, I think, like 2 times. That's how horrible it was. This leaves such a greasy film on my skin. It just doesn't emulsify and break down like other cleansing balms do. And I just thought it was a terrible, terrible product. I like the e.l.f. cleansing balm much better. And then of course my all-time favorite holy grail oil cleanser is by the brand DHC. I've used it for 10 years and I try a bunch of others, but I always go back to that. All right, this is a product that I really was excited for until I looked at the price. I think this came in one of these big beauty boxes that I purchased. And this is by the brand You Beauty, and I do like a few products from them. This is their lip product that's supposed to plump up the lips. The packaging is really nice. It's got this nice little metal applicator, but first of all, the color was just really ugly on me. It was like brownish. It looked terrible on me. I just think it's overpriced, and I just was not impressed. And honestly, I didn't really see plumping. It did feel like they were fuller, and when I looked in the mirror, I did like the way my lips looked after I wiped it off, because this color was just terrible. But for me, since I'm 52 years old and I'm starting to get just little kind of wrinkles and crinkles around my lips, it starts to bleed into my lips. So for me, I'm just not trying to spend that much money on something that I could probably only wear to bed. This was another product from the brand 𝙀𝙍𝙊𝙀 that I really thought I was gonna love. This is their 2% pure hyaluronic acid serum for the hair. I mean, does our hair really need hydration? Probably not. It needs moisture and nourishing. but I saw a lot of reviews, people were raving about it, so I wanted to try it, and honestly, I felt like it just made my hair feel dry. All right, this product is probably hit or miss with a lot of people, and this is probably my third one because I bought it over and over and over the years, and then each time I try it, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. But I saw somebody, I can't remember who it was, I saw somebody on Instagram saying that they don't use it as, oh, by the way, this is the Peter Thomas Roth Instant Firm Eye, where you've seen people, usually without makeup on, they apply it a thin layer and then it'll take their bags and crinkles and just make their under eye look 50 years younger. While that's nice, but if you're someone like me who you like to have moisturizers and under eye products and concealers, and midday I like to put on a little bit of an oil under my eyes just to add that nourishment and glow back. This is not a product for me at all, but somebody said that they don't use this in the way that you see everyone else using it. Somebody said they just put like a thick layer of it on like a mask, then leave it on and it'll firm everything up, and then they rinse it off and then do their skincare and makeup. I've tried that quite a few times and it just does nothing but dry out my under eyes, and it doesn't make my under eyes look any different. All right, this is something that was sent to me, and again, I'm super appreciative when brands send me products, but I just, I don't love everything. This is from the brand 𝙂𝑗. This is their Elastoderm. Now, I really like their Elastoderm eye cream, but this is their new advanced filler concentrate. It's quite pricey, and I just didn't notice any difference with it. I used it probably only for a couple weeks because I just felt like it was heavy and it just didn't really do much. On the same line as filling in those wrinkles and crinkles, this is the Beverly Hills MD Deep Wrinkle Filler. First of all, the packaging, that kind of looks like you're getting an injection, so I thought that was kind of neat. But you push this up and the product comes out, and it's just a thick product. It kind of feels like Aquaphor is what it feels like. But to be honest, maybe if you have super deep wrinkles and crinkles, it's something that you'll want to use. But for me, I mean, why not just put Aquaphor on? So I just felt like it didn't do anything for me. I don't know, if you've tried this or the 𝙂𝑗 one, let me know. Does it really fill in your wrinkles and crinkles, and does it look good underneath makeup? It would probably be good on my cuticles to moisturize them, but I didn't like this. All right, this was something I had really high hopes for. This is by the brand Replenix. This is their Tinted Brightening Eye Cream. I thought that this would be a great eye cream that you could pretty much use and skip concealer. Oh, it's almost dried up. So as you can see, it's got like this orangey tint. I don't know if you can see because these kitchen lights are bright, but it almost is like the Color Science 3-in-1 Total Eye, but without the sunscreen. And I had high hopes for this, but this is very like kind of thick, creamy, but once it dries down, it's creasy, it's kind of drying feeling, but I just didn't like this. This is a product that I've tried. I've actually almost used all of it up. This is by the brand Prequel. This is their SPF, is it an SPF 50? Yes, this is their SPF 50 sunscreen, and I do like other items from this brand. Their cleanser is really lovely, especially if you have dry skin. But this sunscreen, it goes on, it kind of feels at first like that Beauty of Joseon sunscreen, but then once it dries down, it almost peels afterwards once it's completely dry. It settles into the wrinkles, and when I look at it in a zoom-in mirror, I can see that it's kind of settled in wrinkles and crinkles. So I gave it a good go, and I ended up just using it on my hands and my neck, but even on my hands and neck, it kind of flake and peel once it dried down. So I just didn't like this, but I do like quite a few other products from this brand. This I used almost all of it. This is called the Rooted Bio Brew. I looked at reviews and it had some great reviews, but for me, I felt like it makes my hair greasy. Even if you just use a couple little pumps, this is supposed to be like this fermented product that you put on your roots and then you can brush it through. That's supposed to help, with the health of the scalp and the hair growth and all of that. But for me, I didn't notice it doing anything other than just kind of leaving my roots just kind of look a little oily. So I wasn't impressed with this. This is Patrick Ta's brow pomade, like the clear one. It's like a gel or a glue that's supposed to keep your brows in place. It looks really pretty when you first put it on, but my golly, after like an hour, 2 hours, whatever, once it's completely dry, it looks horrible. It looks like I have dandruff or something all over my brows. It literally looks like I put like Elmer's glue from elementary school, painted that on, and it starts to look like white and crusty. it's a gross product. This right here is my all-time favorite. If you're looking for like a brow glue to set your brows in place, this is such a great product it's from Maybelline. It's super affordable. I'll link this down below. All right, I used to use 𝙊𝙍𝙊𝙀𝙀 CC cream many years ago and I really enjoyed it, but it does have quite a strong fragrance. But when they came out with their nude glow, I wanted to try it and I just didn't get around to it. But anyways, I finally tried it and I just don't like it. Now I did get, I think, the wrong shade because this ends up looking a little orangey on me, but I just feel like there's no coverage with this. I do really enjoy makeup that also has sunscreen in it for that extra amount of sunscreen on my face, but it accentuates my pores. It just doesn't look good. I don't like it at all. All right, this is from a brand that I love their mascara. Actually, their mascara is my all-time favorite mascara I've ever used. This is from the brand 𝙀𝙍𝙊𝙬𝙀. I'm not sure how to say it. I think it's like a cleaner makeup brand. But this brand, this is their Ceramide Lip Silk, and I think I like the way it feels on my lips, but this shade was just way too dark for me. But it goes on and it feels nice and creamy, but what I like is it's kind of a sheer shade, but this color just, I thought it was gonna look really pretty, but I just don't like it on. But I thought, well, maybe I'll purchase a different shade, but the scent of it, I just can't get past the scent. It kind of smells like a crayon or something. I don't know, I didn't like the scent, but I love the packaging. It's got this nice kind of magnetic packaging. The scent of it just ruins it for me. But if you are looking for the best mascara I've ever used, their mascara is like a lash growth serum and mascara all in one. It is fantastic. It lengthens, it thickens. You can put it on your upper and lower lashes. It will last all day, no flaking. It's absolute perfection. And I noticed my lashes stay in that growth phase where they stay longer when I use their mascara. It's just an all-around fantastic mascara. All right, this is another lip product I absolutely did not like. I purchased this. It's called Clinician's Complex. It's their lip enhancer, and I got the shade Very Berry. I thought, oh, this is gonna be nice. I don't like the scent of it, but it kind of just looks like nothing. It just has the super sheer tint, but it doesn't really do much for my lips, and just the taste is just not that great. I just thought it was gonna be a nice type of lip plumper, but it was just kind of a miss for me. All right, and then one last product. This is by the brand Virtue. I love a lot of their products. This is their Damage Reverse Serum, and I thought it was gonna be great, but this makes my hair feel really dry, and it just, every time I use it, I don't like how my hair turns out, but I do like a lot of products from this brand. All right, we have emptied this out. I've been waiting to share these products for a while now. And again, if I shared anything in here that's your absolute favorite, just leave me a comment down below and let me know what you loved about it. Again, just because something works for you doesn't mean it's gonna work for me, or vice versa. You know, some things that I love might not work for you, and that's okay. Hopefully, if we have kind of the same taste in skincare and makeup, hopefully I could help save you a little bit of money. If you wanna see a couple other videos of dupes or more affordable alternatives, I will pop a couple of those videos up here if you wanted to click on them and check them out. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.